What is up, my crypto legends? The Bitcoin price breaking out $52,000. It is very, very likely we are going to retest the all-time high in a very short period of time. Also, the Ethereum US dollar pair looking very bullish. I'm going to show you what resistance area we need to break so we can retest all-time high. Also, if you're interested in trading, make sure to try out the PrimeXbt trading platform. If you use my link in the description and you put Bitcoinsensus as promotion code, you'll be getting 50% in addition of what you deposit. You deposit $1,000, you'll be getting $500 on top of that to trade with. We'll be checking out this chart here from Glassnode, the number of accumulation addresses. Also, total US debt is more than 30 times larger than the BTC market cap, and more institutional investors jumping into Bitcoin leaves less to go around. And guys, before we start, a massive thank you. Got 78 likes. Make sure to smash up the like button. Let's see if we can get 100 likes for this video. Let's go straight into the content. Hello there, Andy here, and welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus, where you subscribe for the quickest technical analysis and news on Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and the financial markets. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't buy or sell anything that I say, and if you do so, do your own research. Said this, let's go straight into the charts. All right, guys, checking out the 1 hourly chart. If you saw yesterday's video, I was seeing this as a shoulder, head, and shoulder pattern right here, and I was expecting the Bitcoin price to come a little bit lower so I could place a long trade. If you remember, this was the shoulder, head and shoulder pattern that I was talking about, and I was expecting the Bitcoin price to come down, and it did. I was expecting the price to come a little bit lower so I could scoop up some more Bitcoin, but no, that was not the case. It came straight back up again, but now it looks like that we have done an inverse shoulder, head and shoulder pattern. As you can see here, we have point there, also here. Also, we could say there was one there and also there. It does look like that we formed a kind of inverse shoulder, head and shoulder pattern, if you can see it here on the chart. And this is extremely bullish, and especially breaking out from this descending wedge. This green box that I've got here is huge resistance. We have one point of touch there. We have an accumulation phase all the way around here, as you can see. And we've got this green candle, this huge wick that's closed on the hourly just where the green box is. And there is a huge amount of volume, so this is very significant. That's why we came all the way down here. We broke out of it and then retested it because it was huge resistance, a lot of volume there, and there was a bit of more down pressure. We are currently breaking out of it. So what I'm expecting for the Bitcoin price, if this is an inverse shoulder, head and shoulder pattern, the target for this inverse shoulder, head and shoulder pattern from the head to the neckline, from the breakout here, this would take us all the way to the all-time high, as you can see here on the chart. So I am expecting the $58,000 range to be hit very, very soon, potentially in the next coming days. If the volume starts kicking in right here, well, then it would be a great trading opportunity if there's a huge candle coming in here and then we retrace to these levels. It will act as heavy support. It will also maybe fall with the neckline here from this inverse shoulder, head and shoulder, and also this support area. So I will be placing along if we break out nicely with a huge amount of volume, come back down and retest. I will place along here so I can meet here this double top. This is the short-term analysis I can give you for the Bitcoin price from my point of view. I do see the Bitcoin price hitting all-time high very, very soon in the next few days potentially. Let's take a look at the Ethereum US dollar pair. Quick reminder that we are in a huge uptrend for the Ethereum US dollar pair, also for Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. We did break out the all-time high from 2018 and we came back down, retested it. We're having a great bounce. We also created this incredibly bullish pattern, which is the descending wedge, broke out of it, and everything is just looking extremely bullish, guys, for the Ethereum US dollar and also the cryptocurrency space. So the target of the descending wedge is coming to retest the top of the wedge, which in this case would be the all-time high around the $2,030 range. So this is what I'm expecting for the next few days for Ethereum, maybe a week or two maximum, but we are going to arrive there in the immediate short term. Major resistance that we need to break out is this green box right here. As you can see, multiple points. If you watched my last video, then we broke out of it to the downside. We retested it as resistance. So we are going to struggle to get above it. Once we get above it, It is going to be a great trading opportunity for the short term. We might just break out from the resistance, come back down and retest it. Great to place a buy order to come and do a double top or try and continue to make a new all-time high. Remember, if you're an experienced trader, one of my favorite leverage trading platforms is PrimeXbt. If you use my link and promotion code Bitcoinsensus, you'll be getting 50% in addition to what you deposit. You deposit $2,000, you get $1,000 on top of that to trade with, guys. Let's take a look at this chart over here. Here we can see the number of accumulation addresses in the orange, and in the black we have the Bitcoin price. And as you can see, from the beginning of 2018, it has just been growing at a very fast pace, from 375,000 users holding Bitcoin all the way up to 525,000 users holding Bitcoins. That is an increase of over 150,000 wallets holding Bitcoin. So just under 3 years, this is how much we have grown, and it doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon. Let's take a look at this. Total US debt is more than 30 times larger than the BTC market cap. Case Bitcoin analysts have prepared a really interesting comparison of the Bitcoin market cap for us today, especially with the US debt and also with the US budget deficit in 2020. Here we can see the comparison with the little squares. The US debt is $28 trillion. In the squares, it would be this amount, and the BTC market cap is 0.9 trillion. We can see the comparison. There's just a little fraction here of the whole debt there is in the United States alone. This shows you how much Bitcoin can actually grow in the near future, and especially being the most legit digital scarce asset class. So in case the US decides to repay the debt with Bitcoin, you would have to collect all the existing BTC and clone them at least 30 more times. The second comparison is also interesting, which looked at the US budget deficit in 2020. We can see the US budget deficit here at $3.8 trillion and the BTC market cap $0.9 trillion. Just by looking at the US budget deficit in 2020, you can see that Bitcoin is starting to be recognized as a decent market worldwide. Let's take a look at this news. More institutional investors jumping into Bitcoin leaves less to go around. Institutions are buying more Bitcoin per month than what's being mined, and there just isn't enough for everyone. 4 million, that's roughly how much Bitcoin is in circulation freely right now. Blockchain data shows the number has been getting a little smaller with each passing month over the last year. It's the assessment of Glassnode, an analysis firm that tracks blockchain data. The pattern suggests that the ever decreasing supply of Bitcoin available to buy and sell might lead to the price surge as more institutional investors embrace the largest cryptocurrency as an investment. Bitcoin's liquid supply change, the amount by which the number of coins in circulation has changed over the prior 30 days, has been negative for most of the past year, according to Glassnode. And on this chart, we can see the liquid supply chains from the beginning of 2016 all the way till February of 2021. In the green, we see the increasing liquidity supply, and in the red, we see the decreasing liquidity supply. So these spikes here in the green means that people are taking their Bitcoin from their wallets or addresses and sending them to the exchanges to sell. And here you can see these huge spikes, meaning that the supply of Bitcoin is increasing because a lot of the exchanges have more Bitcoin. And in the red, we see the decrease in supply, meaning that people are buying from the exchanges. They are getting those Bitcoins out of the exchanges, meaning that the exchanges have less liquidity to sell to the buyers. And here in the summer of 2020, we can see these spikes just going higher and higher now in February. So meaning that the supply of Bitcoin on the exchanges is decreasing rapidly. And taking a look at this chart from CryptoQuant, this is data from the Coinbase exchange. In the orange, we have the Bitcoin price, and these blue spikes mean the people or institutions that are buying from the Coinbase exchange. So this last one here on the 2nd of March was a purchase of 12,290 Bitcoin, meaning that the institutions are still buying up heavily. As you can see, we can see two massive spikes here in the blue of a purchase of over 12,000 Bitcoin. just at the end of January when we're having this fall. So let me know what you think in the comment section. Do we still have steam to go? Is this bull run far from over? Let me know your price predictions in the comment section. This is going to be it for today's episode. Make sure to check out the Bitcoinsensus website. We've got great tutorials and reviews on how to buy, how to store, how to trade Bitcoin. We've got price predictions. We've got the latest technical analysis and news also. So I'll be leaving a link in the description so you can check it out. And if you haven't seen the best tutorial of the Dudex leverage trading platform video popping up on your screen, massive thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next one.